Good morning. This is Jeff Beck for RoadTrailRun coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona, and I have some first run impressions of the all-new Nike Pegasus Trail 2. If you aren't familiar, the Peg Trail was Nike's new shoe they brought out last year that is supposed to be kind of a commuter, run from home, get some miles on the road, run your trail, then run home. It was lightweight. It was somewhat, not minimally cushioned, but it wasn't really a big trail cruiser. And this changes everything. It's a much bigger shoe. It's a much heavier shoe. It's a different upper. And really, it's 5 miles in, I'm a fan, but I'm not sure how many people that loved the first are going to appreciate this one, or at least treat it as the same thing. But getting into it really quick, you've got kind of a neoprene booty with a tongue that your foot just slips into, really comfortable, that leads to a mesh upper with a couple different materials. This darker green is very reminiscent of the upper material used in the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent. Not sure if it is the same, but very, very similar. It's an all react midsole, and Nike didn't put out any specs on it, but Running Warehouse has it as 21-31, so a 10 mil drop. But I'm not sure I agree with their measurement. It feels more cushioned than either the Kiger or the Wildhorse, and both of those have higher stack heights, at least in the forefoot. So I don't know, we'll see. Meanwhile, the outsole is completely rubber. There's, you know, a couple tiny little slits in the back and in the front, but lots of good coverage. Really impressed with the traction thus far. I mean, granted, only 5 miles in, and you don't want to fall in love with a shoe in the first 5 miles, but had a couple spots already with some kind of slick rock or slippery dirt covered rock, and it handled it like a champ. You know, this is the trail, and I'm kind of doing exactly what they said to do. I mean, I've run from home, and I've got about a mile on the road to get home after this, but the little bit of road I did on the way felt great. The upper is very breathable, and the toe box is very good. It's as wide as the Wildhorse, but the Wildhorse had a vertical issue. There's a big buildup on the Wildhorse right here that limits your toe, and nothing here. It does have these fangs, they call them, as a toe bumper, but haven't really felt anything there. Really impressed. It really reminds me of the Kiger 5 or the Kiger 6 just on steroids. I'm a bigger runner. I'm a 200-pound guy who's 5'11", and the Kiger, whenever I take it over 10 miles, my feet would just throb. Well, I'm at 5 miles now, and if you told me I had another 10 to go, I don't think I have any problem with that. Really a well-cushioned shoe, but it is heavy. Nike's official is 11.75 ounces for a size 10. This is a 10.5, and it's actually lighter than that. It's straight up 11.5 ounces, or 327 grams, which makes it 6 grams and 2/10 of an ounce heavier than the Wildhorse. Again, I don't see how this is actually less cushioned than the Wildhorse. Also, if you look, there's quite a bit of flaring out of the midsole and outsole, giving a pretty wide, stable base. That was my big knock against the Wildhorse, is that it had kind of a rounded out back, and there was a lot of stability issues. And I mean, granted, only 5 miles in, so I'm not doing too much in-depth analysis, but so far I am really enamored with this shoe. I'm really impressed. I wonder how many other runners or lighter runners will take to it, or at least take to it in the same way they did the last one. This may be the kind of thing where it turns into an ultra shoe for them. I don't know. I'm not sure I could do a 50K in this, because it's not like it's got Hoka cushioning, but it's well cushioned. But we'll have a big full review on RoadTrailRun coming soon once we've got some good mileage. But thanks for watching. Have a good one.